Bro, and on top.
So we're here in Casa de Flora bar. It's in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Um, and we also have the owner here. Her name is Maritza.
Hey guys.
So obviously today is
National Women's Day.
yes.
International Women's Day. Yeah.
So congratulations, ladies.
Yeah, we made it.
So we're also here celebrating Elwood's birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
You were born on
Oh,
Elwood's
happy birthday. You were born on International Women's Day. No, you weren't because your birthday was yesterday.
Oh, okay. She done messed it up.
Always leave it to glass to pop the bubble. Thank you.
I like to pop Elwood's bubble all the time.
Anyway, so it's a really cute spot in Bloomfield. They do brunch, and now your brunch is what, Monday through Friday. How does that
Nope.
brunch work?
Weekend. It's a weekend brunch. Saturday and Sunday only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So
are open Thursday and Friday, but that's like for regular things. You want to come in, you want to sit, you want to work. We
Okay.
do have some food that we serve, and the regular drinks, cafe, lattes, all that. But brunch is the weekend.
so if you
Nice.
Brunch on the weekend.
I pass by here. It's a cute. It's really aesthetic. It's a girly girl. Yes, that's very cute.
But don't get it twisted because guys can join too.
Looks like we have some in here right now.
Yes.
So you can. So now we have a few questions. We also nominated you as part of the Women of the Future.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
So you're our first lady.
Aw, thank you.
Got it. So we're gonna ask you a few questions on how your business developed, how it became, your vision, and of course to empower other women.
Okay.
Yes.
And really quick, if you want to just let us know where you started, how you started, what does your business consist of? Just a little bit of rundown, a little summary of.
It's a lot of summary.
Yeah.
Well, I started as a wedding floral designer. Of course, my background is corporate. I worked in corporate for over 30 years in the mortgage field and real estate and things of that nature. But I've always been an artist. So it was in me to not just work on my art and design, but I was also raised to host. I was raised in a house where it was always a host house. Dinners, lunch, after church, feeding the pastor, friends and family over of that sort. So that was always in me. I've always, growing up and becoming an adult, I noticed that I did it myself, hosting people in my home. So it just made sense to combine the both, right? So I started off as a wedding floral designer, still working my 3 jobs. I was still working my 3 jobs. They were all online. So it was helpful that I had 3 computers, and my husband used to tease me. He was like, "What are you, the CIA?" Because I had you have the screens.
Yeah.
So, but it helped to be able to work from home. And then I was able to actually, work on my business at the same time, right? So doing wedding florals, I was taught myself how to design, and it grew very fast. And I think the reason why it grew fast is because when I put myself out there, I did not look at myself as a small business at all. I put myself out there as if I had been doing this thing for a long time.
Yeah.
So
In other words, you faked it.
I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did. So what I did was I signed myself up for the wedding expo that happens at the MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
Right. So I signed myself up to be a vendor. Hadn't done not one wedding at all. So I signed myself up to be a vendor at the MetLife Expo. Invested the money, a couple of thousand to get a booth, and then I actually called the people who was putting it together, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get a booth, but can I do a design for you at the entrance of your door for free? So that way I can put another sign to say, hey, if you want to know who did this design, come to this booth number."
So you were
Right, I self-advertised from the jump. I believe that you have to spend money to make money.
Right.
And
Money
scared money don't make no money. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So with me doing that, they said yes, of course, because who's going to deny free work?
Right.
So I made their interest look very beautiful. They allowed me to put a sign and say, hey, go to booth number so-and-so. And so what happened was that people started coming to my booth. But then I had like my friends and family come help me. And I had purchased these pink tuxedo suits. 'Cause my brand was pink and black. So I purchased these pink tuxedo suits, and they had the white collar blouse, and the booth was crazy. It was just crazy. I wanted to stand out. I knew I had to stand out. So it worked. We ended up with 13 appointments that day for them to come see me. Now, I had no place for them to see me. Never had done a wedding. Now, I had no place for them to even come see me. But I live in the Avalon that has amenities. So I utilize the amenities as my office for the consultations for that for a weekend. I did a weekend of consultations. Well, the first Saturday, there were about 8 couples that came through, right? And then I get a call the next Monday on the next workday, and they were like, Maritza, we noticed a lot of activity in the amenities. In order to use the amenities, you have to pay $700 a month. And I was like, oh, really? I have to pay? So I said, well, that don't make sense. I might as well get a storefront. And I actually live across the street. I looked out my window, and the building that I'm in had a lease sign. So I called, and I was like, hey, would you give me this opportunity to lease this place? This is what I have an idea to do. And the landlord said yes. And so I ended up in my first year doing 35 weddings. 35 in my first year. I learned from YouTube. I also took some classes. And now today, I started that in 2018. What are we in? I don't know. But I've done over hundreds of weddings. Large installations, small installations, you name it. I've won awards. I've been in magazines.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just, I believe the way you start is the way you finish. You know what I'm saying? So I want to start it big so I can finish big. And it worked. It worked with the wedding design firm.
That is a blessing.
Definitely just like
Yeah.
ran, no
Spent like
plan, and just said, you know what,
Yeah.
I got this.
No, seriously.
So then I'm gonna ask you another question. What's your sign? What are they?
I'm a Virgo.
So she had no plan and said, you know what, this is what we're doing.
No.
It's either gonna be great or it's
I'm gonna make it or I'm gonna break
Yeah.
it. Type
Yeah.
of thing.
Either way, because that's going to happen anyway, right?
Yeah.
Either you're going to make it or you're going to fail. So why not go big in the beginning?
Yeah.
So,
Bet all the chips, right?
exactly.
Well, I love it.
Exactly. I betted it all. I did. I betted it all. And so, a lot of people that do this, they don't have storefronts or offices, but I knew that the certain clients that I've won, I needed a place for them to come and have consultation. So that they could feel comfortable in the person that they were hiring to do the most important day of their lives. So we ended up, and that's actually next door, the showroom. So a fire happened after me being in there for a year and a half. Someone upstairs left a candle on, and it displaced us for over a year. So I found another place to work out in Patterson. But during that time, then COVID happened. So the person that was in this spot that we're sitting right now, after the fire and COVID, it was just too much for him, so he didn't come back. So I thought of an idea during COVID. I said, hey, I think I'm going to do a cafe. And the first thing I thought was actually to bring into the community was an actual flower shop. So because the one on the corner, Roxy's, had burnt down right after mine.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I said, well, let me bring that back into the community. So again, the landlord said, okay, yeah, go ahead. I see you did well with this. So, I'll give you this side as well. And it was supposed to just be a coffee shop / flower shop.
Okay.
Come and get your flowers while you wait, have coffee. Well, the community wanted more, obviously. When I started opening it up, I listened to the customers. They were like, oh, well, you should do this. Oh, well, can I rent it out for my baby shower or my bridal shower? Or well, have you thought of this? And I just listened to the customers, and we've grown into this. For me, just listening to what the community needed from what the people wanted. And me adding in the floral aspect of make your own bouquet, it was just a way of inviting people into my life of florals. I wanted to experience what I experienced when I put my hand on flowers, when I cut a stem, when I'm designing. It's very peaceful, it's very therapeutic. And tapping into your artistry is very important not just for something to do, but emotionally, it does something for you, you know?
It brings your
It does something for you. So that's something that I really wanted to share. And it just turned into the Casa de Flor Bar, home of the sip and clip. Which is something that I trademarked. I trademarked all the names. You sipping, you clipping, you building your flowers, and it's become a thing. And people come, as you can see over there, they're making flowers. You come, you eat, and if you choose to make fresh flowers before you leave, you can do so right here. And we're the first and only cafe in New Jersey that has that.
Now I have a question for you. Your Jersey, like always been in Jersey?
No,
You're a Jersey
I'm
girl?
Brooklyn born.
So you're a New York girl.
Yes, I'm a New Yorker.
That's why she got last name.
And she's not from any borough in New York. She's from the borough.
Brooklyn. And I actually went to school and graduated with Biggie Smalls. So. Christopher Wallace. Yep.
She's from the borough.
I'm from the borough.
And she went to school with like the king of hip hop.
The king of hip hop, Biggie. I feel like the king of Brooklyn, Biggie.
Right,
Biggie.
So it's pretty funny because our podcast is based off of hip hop and fashion and things like that. Yes.
Yeah, I grew up in hip hop.
Yeah. And that's why like we're different from every other podcast because we are 4 women that actually can stand with the boys and sit there and talk about hip hop.
That's me all day, every day.
It's like the Queen Latifahs and the MC Lights of podcasts.
Oh,
so,
love it. I love it.
My Afro clips.
I love it. I love that.
But you have, we're Jersey boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is Cookie. She's from the
Yeah,
West
I'm from
Coast.
Cali.
Okay,
She's an LA girl, so she's our West Coaster.
Yes.
See, I knew I liked your swagger.
Yeah.
You know when I spoke to her on the phone, when I called, I was like, hey, we're coming through. And even like the way, like the energy you give off on the phone, it's like, I want to go there. Like, I want to step foot in there. There's nothing about it. And I think that's what makes the environment, right?
Yeah.
You can never not make yourself accessible to your clients.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Because you're what makes it.
We're the community. We're the basically when you have a location like this and you're listening to your clientele and you're taking that advice, you're now becoming a part of something bigger than what your
it's
dream
definitely
was,
something
which is
bigger
the
than
community.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely bigger.
kudos to you
and
for
it
that.
shows. It shows in the growth.
It shows. I mean, even when you walk in, like you see how you walk into certain places and it's off. Like you're just like, oh, it's cute. Okay. But it's homey. It makes you want to stay.
That's my casa. That's why
it makes you want to like, you know what? I know I was supposed to be here for like an hour, but I'm like,
No, for real.
Yeah, you know,
people love to stay here for a long time, but unfortunately, we got to be like,
Yeah.
you know, you come during the week, you can stay here a little longer.
of course.
It's
And
nice.
being like,
all the 90s stuff because not everybody does that again.
right.
Yeah.
We're living in a world of Gen Z generation and those kids, not a lot of them appreciate what we grew up on.
It's starting. My son appreciates this music.
My daughter does too.
But
I
that's
got a
because he grew up on it.
13-year-old.
He had no choice.
Exactly.
I
He had
don't
no
think we
choice.
gave them a choice. We grew up in hip hop, right? Or we grew up in the music era, so it was like that mumble. The cool is cute,
I grew up
but
on freestyle.
we're not playing.
Yes.
But we're feeding it into them, right? I got a 13-year-old girl. We need to bring that back.
Yeah,
No,
we
for
do.
real.
You know, you should host that.
Hey, I'm listening. I'm willing to host everything. So also, the place is open to the community. I did allow a young lady called and she was like, hey, do you mind if we could do a workshop and latte night? And I was like, yeah, come through. You know, we did it on Thursday night. You know, I opened the doors, they came in, and I'm so glad I did it. It was amazing. The most amazing night I've had in here. People were in, and it was packed, and it was people of all cultures in here, praising God, doing praise and worship, and I loved it.
Nice.
I loved it.
I like that.
Another girl came and did Pilates next door. Like, so, you know, I like to help other entrepreneurs, you know, to get that foot and do. If that's what you want to do, come in, you know. I'm not going to charge you anything. If your customers buy, that's good enough for me. Right.
So it's, you see that? It's a woman helping another woman.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I love it.
Giving
Cakes by Keith.
cakes by
Yeah.
She helps a lot of other women.
So,
We met at I want to support me.
Oh, yeah, we did.
She met in a group called Support Your Girlfriend. So
Yeah.
she supported her girlfriend.
I agree, and but see, that's the problem, right? I think we're in a time where it's cool. You a bad chick, but bro, fix her crown. Show her how to be that bad. The same. And as long as you do it and you're not being
In a
catty,
tasteful manner.
we're cool.
Right.
I think we've become very catty as women. I think it's very
We
like
definitely do.
Oh yeah.
it has to chill.
So,
Yes.
Yeah, some
Yes.
Be in
women.
a good group of women.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can appreciate that.
And
But I know we've all experienced the cat.
We have all
We have.
Absolutely.
I actually said to my mother this week, I was like, Mommy, I've never met somebody who's been as nice to me as Maritza has been to me. 'Cause normally people are nice to you, but they're looking for something.
Yes, there's a beneficial
She's
reason.
a motive.
I'm like, why is she? I'm questioning myself. Like, why is she? My mother's like, you've been so good to other people. It's coming back.
It's
to
a
you.
return.
Yeah.
It's a return. It's a return.
I get it. I like it.
It's definitely a
I like
return.
all about her.
Oh,
I'm all for it. I think she's a perfect candidate to start our women's first lady of the month. I think she was like
Perfect choice. Yeah.
she was done well. Right? Because that's how it should be. We should be able to talk. We should be able to keep it real with each other.
No, we
But
should.
you shouldn't take it personal.
yeah.
And guys, if you're in Bloomfield, you
Make
better
sure.
step foot in here.
Yeah,
It's
Definitely.
all right. So I'm the queen of botching everything. So 65 Washington, right?
Nope.
Oh,
So it's actually 3 addresses, and it's people don't know until they get here that we actually have 3 different separate businesses all right next door to each other. So next door is the event space, that's 73 Washington.
okay.
Here is the cafe, that's 75, and then next door I have a selfie studio, that's 77-79 Washington.
Wait, a selfie
there you
studio?
Yes, it's a selfie studio / events place / we're building out a podcast studio. Oh. In the lower level, yes we are.
So we were just meant to meet Maritza. Like it was just like it was
Yes.
meant.
It aligns. And it's International Women's Day today that we
Yes.
didn't even know about. So
I didn't even know that till somebody texted me today, and I was like, oh.
I thought it was Women's Month. I didn't know there was
I
Yeah,
know
I
it's
did.
day.
I saw the Mr. Mark on that
So
one
wait a
too.
minute. Selfie studio, like
Yeah. So it started out that I was going to actually move everything here next door, but I changed my mind because I feel like what I built here works because of the size that it is. You know, I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you should grow bigger. You got a lot of people," but no, I like the way it is. I like that you got that home feeling. You know, I feel like if
Intimate,
I
yeah.
take this and put it in a larger space, you will not get that same
That intimate, yeah.
You won't
Yeah.
get that intimate feeling. And it's not just about how many tables I can service. It's not about that. You
It's
know,
about the
God
experience
is going
for
to
you.
provide the money that I need. It's about the experience.
Yeah.
You know, so I changed my mind, and we ended up doing Christmas sets 2 years ago. I've had it for 2 years. We ended up doing sets for Christmas where families came. They took all their photos for the holidays. We built Santa's workshop downstairs, and it's a whole experience. We had the second year this year. Now it's set up for Valentine's. Well, it was Valentine's. Now you can do birthday shoots, whatever, next door.
Nice.
But I'll take you guys over so you can have the tour.
So you about to take over Washington Street.
I will. I will. If they let me, I will.
We're speaking it in
Like,
existence.
well,
She's
no,
gonna
Yes.
take over Washington Street.
Right. Right.
Them all, yeah.
We're talking it
so-
into existence.
Into-
Washington Street.
Yeah.
we do have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So you wanna start?
You want me to start?
Yes.
Okay. So when did you realize this was your vision? Like when did you say like, and when I mean realize this is your vision, when you walked in here, saw it and said, this is the vision that was in
In my head.
Yes, and
Well,
now
it was
it's
in my
on
head
you.
before I walked in the building. So it was actually in my head. I put it on paper and wrote it all out. And my husband, he tells the story over and over. How I would always tell him, I would put this here, and build this here. And then when the doors opened for me to do it, I did exactly
the way
what
you
I
had
said.
envisioned it.
Yeah.
So every day you open the door and you're like, this is what I envisioned and everything is where I want it.
Yeah. And the people that were building, I instructed exactly what I wanted. Yeah.
So you feel like your vision is completely fulfilled now. There's nothing else. It's not.
not.
Wow.
And you know why? And I think it's the ADHD in me. I'm constantly changing things around. Well, I do change for the season. So this is what it looks like now because it was Valentine's. But next week, it'll look like spring in here. So I constantly change the flowers that are here, that are there, just to give a different experience each time you come,
Got it.
according to the season.
So every time we come in here, it'll be a different band.
Oh yeah, something different. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that twist.
Yeah. That's where I put my flow skills to work. You know?
Look at it. My question to you is, how does this idea come about?
Like I said, I wanted to open up something where I can host people. I wanted that dream to come alive, you know. I wanted to do what my grandmother did and what I grew up knowing to do, and the only way to do that was to open up a place that could welcome people in. And so I thought of the cafe.
Love it.
And you basically put like what you were already doing as far as flowers
Combined
and
it all.
put the
Combined
cafe
it,
with
yeah.
hospitality.
Yeah, because
Instead
everything
of
goes in
coming
with
inside.
each other, you know.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, who inspired Maritza?
Who inspired Maritza? I'm gonna have to say my mom, right? And I never met my mom, so it sounds weird, right? I never met her.
There's a twist.
You know, unfortunately, she was taken away at the age of 17 in a car accident. So she had me, and then 3 months later, she was killed in a car accident. So, but I always hear stories about her. I hear how artistic she was, how talented she was. You know, she sang, I sing. She danced, I danced. Her and my dad actually met at a talent show because they both sang. So they were very talented. But she inspires me because I made a vow that every year she did not get to continue her life, I would continue it for her.
Aww.
I don't want to get emotional.
Oh wow!
Because you know how they say forever 17? Well, you know. So, and I have this big picture of her on my wall, and she was 17 when she took it, and it's the most beautiful picture. And I put it where she's looking at me, right in the wall in my living room. So that's my, that's my motivation.
Damn, that's a deep
That's
motivation.
actually very deep where it's like you can't even give up at that point.
No,
You know?
no.
It's like giving up isn't even
No,
enough.
and I know I have her spirit. I know I have her spirit. I'm told all the time. I'm told how, she sewed, she sang, and she lived her life. My grandmother used to tell me she could not understand why my mother was on a fast track. She was married to my dad, got married at 16, had already graduated from school. They lived in their own apartment, was working for the courts. Wow. And then had a baby. Like, who does that at that age?
And she, maybe because she felt like what was going to happen was going to happen, so I needed to so I had to fulfill it.
And it was like, dang, okay.
But
So
she's
then I
here.
have to,
I'm gonna take.
I'm gonna make sure I do it
Oh,
all the
but
steps.
I forgot. I have a story for y'all. So when I did move in next door, there was a bush tree that the landlord had, and he was like, Maritza, when May comes, can you just do me a favor? I'm gonna leave it in here. You can just put it outside, so it'll grow or whatever. So I said, yeah, that's no problem. So he turned around and he goes, it's my Rose of Sharon. So I was like, oh, okay. And he had no idea. My grandmother's name is Rose and my mother's name is Sharon.
Wow.
Right. So when he said that, and I was like, okay, that's them right there. Yeah. That's them right here letting me know we're with you. you
Now,
know?
do you still have that Rose of Sharon?
No, because that was 8 years ago.
Okay.
It wasn't my tree, it was his. But it was the fact that it was sitting in that space.
It was that was
When
what
and
you were
he-
told.
And he gonna turn around and say, it's my Rose of Sharon. Like, what made him say that to me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't need to know the name of your bush,
Right.
Like, but he said that to me. And
But
I was like,
again, there goes another reason. The universe talking to her like, this is where you belong. This is where
This
you.
is-
This is you.
This is your calling, and
I
this is
believe that. I believe
Y'all
that.
keep thinking when I say Washington, she's gonna belong to her.
Oh yeah.
Proven
She's gonna
fact.
take over.
I do believe that.
Now, this question kind of runs on to what Jen asked, and I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to it. But is your business going as planned?
No, it's not. It's not, and that's in a good way, and it could be in a bad way sometimes, But I believe it's all good. But it's not, because it's grown past to what I even expected.
Yeah.
way past to what I expected. I've never expected to be hosting people of all nationalities, sitting in this cafe, enjoying it, doing flowers. Did not expect that at all. And when I look around and I see that, I'm just like, it always makes me, it still does not feel real to me. It doesn't. You know, the hosting all the different parties that are happening next door. I never thought that it would be how it is now. I didn't. So it's not going as I expected, but that's in a good way.
Yeah.
You know,
It's going
in a
past
good
to
way.
what you
Your
expect.
Way
expectations.
past.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you wake up in the morning and I think everyone has felt that fear where it's like, I don't think everybody's not gonna see it the way I see it or be as passionate, and then
And they didn't.
And I'm pretty sure
And it was predicted that I would only be here for 2 years. Yeah, it was. It was predicted. I heard, through the gray, we in Bloomfield now.
Right.
Oh,
And it's not easy, but it was predicted 2 years. Oh, she'll last 2 years. It's too much. It's what's the word they use?
overbearing.
No, not overbearing, but they was like, oh, she won't last. She's doing pink drinks. She's doing pink waffles. That it's too much money she's putting out to. But they didn't see the vision.
Right.
They didn't see the vision. They didn't know this is what people wanted.
Yeah.
They wanted something different.
They want some
You wanted
activities.
a twist to it.
Yeah,
How many years can we go with paint and sips or even so now that you have what is it, sip and clip?
Sip and clip, the
Sip and
floral.
clip.
So
Sip and
Like-
clip. That is so cute.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like when you look at it, you don't think many people would like that, but I would enjoy that. That's a different activity.
Yeah.
It's something like, oh, I want to make a bouquet.
Yeah.
I want to have a few cups. I love my coffee.
And it works for like Valentine's because
Yeah.
Valentine's we were packed in here. It was crazy.
But that's gotta be
Date night.
Instead of just
right?
buying flowers, I'm
Now
here
come
with you and
making
I'm gonna
them.
make them with you. It's such a romantic thing to do.
Yeah.
That's what I was thought. I'm getting kind of like, I thought about making this for you, and I
For
felt
you,
like,
and I my hand built
Right.
this.
Or I
Yeah.
brought you there and we're doing it together, and I
Yeah.
get to like preserve. Never thought about preserving flowers?
You can take pictures. Yeah.
That would be cute to preserve, like to be like my boyfriend or that was my first date, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
I still have my flowers from my first
Exactly.
time we
Yeah,
went out
that
on a
was
date.
And then I love to see stuff like this.
Yeah.
They come in, they take pictures, and I love to see that. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
That's all right.
That's amazing.
I like her.
Yeah.
It's like I'm forever in their phone.
Like, where did you take that? Oh,
Right.
wow.
It's like, and that was
You'll
the
be
thing. I did not have
surprised.
to spend money on marketing at all.
Yeah.
Because the people
People
marketing
do it
for
for
me.
you.
And they say, oh, you all over TikTok. You all over. Okay. And I don't post like that.
And that's how we found you.
Yeah.
Was on TikTok
Yeah.
Literally.
and IG.
And we
It was
gotta
like,
come
wait,
here.
we gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
And I said,
Speaks
oh,
for
I want
itself,
to make a
thank God.
bouquet. I want I'm like, I want to do that. Like, that look like fun. It's
is
different,
fun.
and I love coffee. So
Yeah.
And you know what's cute? All her drinks have the
Yes.
flower
Yes.
signature to it. So it relates to flower.
Everything can just, yep.
it's like some type of it's more than just roses, guys. We have carnations. We have these little floral things. We have lavenders. We have so it all plays. I like it. I like the concept.
I like it.
Yes.
I really like
Very
it.
unique.
And
stands
most
out.
of all, the vibe.
Yeah.
It's chill. Like
Yeah.
we sat here and usually be like, all right, I'm ready to go now. Like
It's
it's like okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Your service is great. Your service
They're
is
good.
great. They like to relate.
And
They
they've
like
been with me
to.
for a long. They're my family. They're my kids. Yeah, I love them. So
That's amazing. See, it's a family.
Yeah. That and anything that feels like you're not working is the best feeling.
Yes,
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, I actually want to come here.
Yeah.
I do. I don't get up and be like, oh, I gotta go to the cafe.
Oh my God,
I actually
open
love
those
coming.
You
doors.
like it. You're excited for the next
I'm
day.
excited to come here. I can stay up in my house and do what I gotta do on the computer, but I like being in this environment.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
All right. So how can they find you?
Instagram, Casa de Flor Bar. TikTok, Casa de Flor Bar. And, that's where you can find me. I have a website, www.casadeflorbar.com. And yeah,
Now, do you still do weddings or anything like that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I had taken a brief break, but this year I'm back at it.
Okay.
I'm at it again. Now that I have a team that I know, I don't even have to be here.
Okay,
So now I can
You
be
can
off
go
doing
back
other-
onto that
Yes.
adventure and
Nice.
go back into that.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So you heard it. Prom is coming up. You got a wedding.
Oh, right.
Yes.
You want to get your girl a bouquet of flowers?
You want to do a prom send off?
Right.
Good. There you go.
You got to come to Washington Street.
Washington Street in Bloomfield.
In Bloomfield, New Jersey.
And you gotta look for Maritza.
Yeah.
Look for me.
It's been real.
Raw.
And
Love it. That's so good.